Hey guys, Lone here, and for this video I figured I would quickly go over my sketch supplies because of the fact that I am going to be starting real-time videos later on this week on hopefully Tuesday if all goes according to plan. And I wanted to negate any questions that could potentially be asked for my real-time sketch videos by covering the tools and supplies that I do use. So if you guys are curious about what I use, here's the video for you. If I sound slightly off, it is because I am starting to get a cold, so hopefully that will be kicked in the butt, or at least enough that I will be able to start these, because ain't nobody got time for colds. Ain't nobody got time to be sick over here. Nope. So I'm just gonna push through it and provide you guys with the videos that you so would like to see, at least hopefully. So let me get started on as to what I'm going to be using for these real-time videos to start, and all of the supplies that I'm going to be using for my sketching entertainment. So let us begin. So I'm going to try to make these real-time videos as quick as possible without wasting a lot of your guys' time, because I understand time is precious. So to negate the time that I usually use on a full-blown picture like this, which, hey, surprise to next week's video, I will be starting off using the artist trading cards made by Strathmore using the smooth surface Bristol board. I believe this is the 300 series. I'm not exactly sure. I just know that these are really tiny, and so they will not require a lot of time. At least that is the hope. So that takes care of that. Maybe eventually I'll get up to illustrations like this. We'll have to see. Just simply because, like I said, I don't want to waste your time or have you guys watching a really long video and essentially get bored with it, even with my commentary to try to help along the way. So the first set of pencils that I use are the Pilot Color Eno. I have the blue and the red versions, and I also have leads, which are right here. If I can pull them out, that'd be great. I bought these at jetpens.com. I would like to be able to get all of the different colors, not just the red and the blue, just because colorful sketches are awesome. And yeah, but I use these mostly if I'm going to pull up my light box, and I use these for guidelines and just details and whatnot in different colors, just so that it's easier for me to discern what I am trying to draw. But 9 times out of 10, I will actually be using a lot of these that are right here in this lovely side view. And what I use mostly for my guidelines and for the light sketch is the Staedtler drafting pencil, which with the end, which is this little metal piece right here, you can actually sharpen this piece to be as fine as a 0.2 millimeter point. They do come with lead refills, and I've got quite a few, and they come in refills bottles that look like this, and they're actually quite thick, and that is one of the reasons why I like using this pencil, is because of the fact that I'm quite heavy-handed, and if I don't want to make any solid lines in my sketches, I will use this first. And then say I am done with all my light sketching and I want to kind of narrow down the lines that I have, I will then use this nice lovely Papermate pencil with added leads, because everybody needs leads for stuff. I like this pencil just because of the little cushion on the side, because I have a really bad callus on my finger. That's what that little red mark is for. And I also like the fact that I can extend or decrease the amount of eraser on the end. So if I don't feel like erasing and I want to be a daredevil, I can just twist it all the way down, or if I need some eraser to kind of clean up some of my lines, I can go ahead and twist it out. I got this at Walmart, and it came in a pack of 2, so I have another one just in case I lose this one, but so far I haven't lost this one, so this is my preferred pencil of choice personally. Now, if I've got something that's about this small, we'll just say, and I want to add a lot of detail to something like this, or if I have something smaller, I will pull out my other Staedtler drafting pencil that I got at Michael's with its 0.5 leads. And I use this mostly for like face and for really small, fine details in the drawings and in the pictures, like jewelry, face, I don't know, just things like that. I hardly ever pull this out just because I'm afraid that I'm going to keep breaking the leads or something like that. So I hardly bring this out. Not only that, but the little, I don't know, the grip is kind of uncomfortable to my hands. But what's really nice is that if you decide to go with different types of leads, you can actually twist this little gold thing on the edge here, and you can actually determine what kind of leads you're using, from really soft to really hard. So that's pretty cool. So if you have a series of these, you can just label them that way. So that's pretty awesome. If I am in the ways of erasing, I have, as you guys can see, a nice little variety of tools that I use. First and foremost, I will use the Pentel Clic eraser. So you can get this at Walmart. You can get refills at Walmart. So it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to work with, and pretty awesome. So I will use this one first and foremost before anything else. So yeah, and then if I've got an area that is slightly bigger than my Clic eraser, I will then pull out my Staedtler Clic eraser. It's slightly bigger in the area that it covers, so like I said, if my Clic eraser just doesn't cut it, I pull this out and then I erase. If I'm looking for more fine pointed erasing in terms of like I need to, get into really tight spots, I will use one of these, which the first one is my Radarknock Clic eraser. I like this because it has an angle to it and it has a point, so if you know how to hold it, you can actually get a really nice decent point to it, which is really awesome to get into tight spots. And if I need to get into even tighter spots, I have these by Faber Castel. They are pencil erasers. They are literally what they look like. They are just erasers that are inside pencils. I am very careful with these though, because they can smudge if I'm not careful. So, And then if I'm like needing a really tiny area where I have marks that just won't erase for some reason or other, I have my Koh-i-noor electric eraser. It's really nice because, yeah, battery powered, but I have with this a lot of different eraser tips that obviously I can take out and replace as need be, and it's pretty cheap to replace the eraser tips, so that's pretty awesome. And then if I have finished inking a drawing, I will then pull out this beat up eraser right here, which is my Factis polymer white eraser. It is what I use to go over all of my initial inking lines, unless I'm using my light box, in which case then I don't use it. So yay, gnats. Hate them. But yeah, so I mean, that's everything that I use. So if anybody has any questions concerning this stuff, leave them down below in the comment section. and I will try to answer them as soon as possible and in a timely manner. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys enjoy my real-time videos, which hopefully should start on Tuesday if everything goes according to plan. So I will see you guys in my next video, which will be very, very soon, hopefully on Tuesday. Yay! Which is tomorrow. Yay!